Hey, now our number three. Hour number three of the line, Talk 99.5. Talk995.com. AndrewMcLeanWho.com. And on YouTube. That's right. YouTube. Look up Real Talk 99.5 TV on the YouTube. And you can find me and watch me sweat over my wife's Christmas gift. She did text me and said, "Oh, I didn't know it's not supposed to be listening," so she cut the radio off. I told her it's fine. I was like, you don't have to cut the radio off. It's fine. I really don't say anything on the radio that I wouldn't say to her. But I do say things on the radio she wishes I wouldn't say. That does happen. A lot. All right, let's go. I tell you what, let's go to the phones before I go back to the text lines. Since this is, again, it's Christmas Eve. There's some news out there and stuff. I could talk about Epstein files. I could talk about a lot of stuff, but I don't, I'm just winging it, man. I'm just winging it. By the way, did you see what Richard Dixon brought? Did you get some of these, or are you not part of the 99.5 crew enough?
What is that?
It's the what do you call it? It's the fudge and the stuff that he cooks every year.
Oh, he gave me some last week. Yes.
Oh, did he?
It's very good.
Oh, so why did he wait so long to give me mine?
I don't know.
I was wondering if he was going to give me any because I saw him cooking on Facebook like a week ago, and I'm like,
I figured he made me the guinea pig. He'd give it to me. I'd eat it, and if nothing happened, he'd give it to everybody else.
So you got cookies and fudge?
Yep.
Was it good?
They were very good.
Sounds like you're still eating them.
Kind of was, yeah.
Well, there's nothing I hate more than people putting food in front of me during the show, so I'm trying my best not to dig into that. But I look forward to it. Let's go to E. E's on the line. What's up, buddy?
What's up, buddy? I just called to wish you, Trish, and Peyton a very Merry Christmas. If I don't talk to y'all again before the New Year, a Happy New Year, brother.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that. You need to.
And I also appreciate the kind words you posted on my Facebook about my dog. So.
Yeah,
yes,
man. I really hate to hear that. How long have you had that dog?
13 years.
13 years.
Just got him right after my divorce, so
he's
been
there.
through some ish.
He's been through the thick of it. That no doubt. He was the one person that stuck beside you through all that, huh?
Yes, sir.
Oh, well, man, I wish you the best on that. Hopefully it all works out, but we'll definitely be praying for you. And appreciate the Merry Christmas, my friend. I'm sure I'll be talking to you soon.
Yes, sir. Talk to y'all guys later.
All right, buddy. There's my man E. He's been hanging with us for a long time. Yeah, he posted on Facebook that I think the vet said his dog has kidney failure, and it's only got a few days left, which is pretty devastating.
Yeah, that's never good
for those of us that have animals. Couldn't imagine having to. What is that? Is your sugar low? You need some brownies?
No, I don't know. Someone left me a message.
You need some fudge.
I may need some more fudge. Yeah.
Let's see. Caleb says, "Don't get Christmas or birthday presents. We do things for each other, and we are 20 years strong and still going." He says he's the same age as me. And also, where can I find Captain Charisma? I'm not telling you. I'm not telling anybody. I've played him. I've actually played him on the podcast before. So if y'all would watch the podcast, then you could possibly catch a glimpse of it. I may do that tonight. I may play some tonight just as a Christmas gift to everybody. It's pretty cringe, though. This one, Rod says, we would rather spend the Christmas monies on the kids and grandkids. I guess if you get to that point, I can understand people with grandkids looking to, be like, hey, let's just put our efforts into this. I get that. And listen, there's been times where, money was tight and we're like, hey, let's just worry about the kids. and don't worry about getting each other anything. We've been in that position. Remember, I was out of radio for 3 years, and we were just scraping by. We usually wouldn't get each other gifts because we'd want to take what we had and get the kids. Now, of course, who knows how close I am to being a grandparent, even though I'm 40. You know, Trish is 49, and she's got her 2 daughters are in her 20s. They could have a baby at any point. And then I'm a granddad at 40 years old.
That'd be great.
Wouldn't that be
Grandpa.
wild? Wouldn't that be crazy? Oh, that'd be so weird. All right. Still moving along here. Up next, we got. Y'all just keep them coming, man. Y'all are blowing the text line up. I'm just trying to highlight some of these. Julia says we don't do Christmas gifts because we buy what we want when we want it all the time. Well, and that was the theory with Tony Gump as well. But I was trying to, on that podcast, I was trying to convince him to do it this year. And even if you say this is a one-off, I'm only going to do it this time, just try it this year, just to see. Don't be against it, just try it. But to her point, to Julia's point, is that we do the same thing. Like when we want something, we get it. And so it kind of slims down the list of what do they want. Because if you wanted something, we've already got it. Like I could go get the $600 brass deer head, but guess what? It's already sitting in our dining room. So that's out the window. That would have been a perfect gift because she wanted that thing bad. She wanted it bad. And if I could have surprised her with that, I'd have been the husband of the century. Tommy says, a bow around the D, gift that keeps on giving. The D. He must mean decorations.
It's like kind of a small gift, right?
Yeah, like small decorations. With a couple ornaments hanging from it. Ray says Xmas gifts are for kids. Grow up. I didn't know the Grinch listened to this show.
Geez, me either.
Grow up.
Bitter.
I'll tell you though, for real, I don't go through them all, but we got some people that get on this text line, and at least every day somebody's bitching about something. We got a group of people that just like to complain. We call them Hey Now Nation Karens, to where they're part of the Hey Now Nation, but they're always bitching and moaning about something. Hey Now Karens. We could get that. We could make some of those shirts and let them buy those. Danny says, get stocking stuffers, makeup, lipstick, nail polish, that kind of stuff. It's something she will use, and in each box, put a $100 bill. I wish somebody would do that for me. Matthew says, we draw names among the adults and buy for the kids. Yeah, when we have the whole family, we do like a Dirty Santa kind of deal. So everybody brings a gift, and then you play the Dirty Santa, or what's the other one called, like White Elephant or something. Oh, and by the way, let me point this out. My friends Mark and Kim at Lightning Septic, they have literally saved my life countless times when it comes to plumbing, pipes, septic tanks. They have literally saved my life. Their anniversary is next week, 34 years. 34-year anniversary, which at the 34-year mark requires a trip to Love Stuff. That's right. Every anniversary should require a year. I mean, every year should require a trip to Love Stuff. That's what I meant to say. I'm sick. Jan says we give a nice donation to St. Jude instead of exchanging gifts for something you don't even remember the next year. Some of y'all are poo-pooing Christmas gifts, but then also putting a spin on it where I can't criticize it, like giving to St. Jude. St. Jude's amazing, by the way. I I obviously I haven't had personal interactions with them, but the people I know that have said that St. Jude is the end all be all in taking care of people, not just the kids, but the families. So I would, if somebody asked me like where should I donate money to, I'd probably say St. Jude. Chris said, "Dang, Andrew, I didn't know you were a cougar hunter. You better believe it. She'll be sure she'll be 50 next year." And I gotta that's my thing though. I have to have somebody older because I'm not mature enough to do life on my own. So I had to pick somebody out that was a little further up the ladder than me. So yeah, I'm a cougar hunter. Pete says, ask her daughters what to get her. And by the way, she suggested that I take her youngest daughter with me to go pick something out, but I don't know what her schedule's like. I guess I could hit her up. Tom says, "Hey now, Karen's lighting the F up. It's the Christmas season." Everybody chill. Gary says, "Our family usually draws names. This certain person would always get a gift card. You go to spend it, nothing on it. So whoever gets one from them, always check the balance before going in to embarrass yourself." Everybody's been there, dude. Everybody's been there. You get a gift card for Christmas, you go, and it's got nothing on it. Always keep your receipts for gift cards. Really, keep your receipts for everything. And if, say, you're getting kids toys for the kids, just let them open it and then go over to mom and dad and be like, "Here's the receipt." As an adult, if you don't want the person to see what you spent on it, just put it in a file and let them know, "Hey, if something goes wrong with that, let me know, and I'll give you the receipt." Let's see. This one says something from Extreme Restraints. Is that like another version of Love Stuff?
Sounds like it could be.
Let's see. Extreme
These people need to get their mind out of the gutter.
Restraints. This is Extreme Restaurants. I'm Googling it real quick. Extreme Restraints. Let me pull this up. Oh, yeah. That's definitely the same thing. A lot of, looks like a lot of, well, good Lord. Do you want me to, I probably can't read off what's on this website, can I?
I would imagine.
I'll go as far as I can. Bondage gear, bondage furniture, electro sex gear, floggers and whips, mouth gags. Can I say insertables?
I mean, yeah, you just said it.
Yeah, I'll probably stop there.
I
don't have time to get anything shipped. I'm gonna have to get something local, by the way. Because if I try to get something shipped, then it's just not gonna get here in time. All right, so that's enough. I should have known you guys were going to take it down this road. I should have known. This is my audience. Not surprised by any of this. Okay, let's break. We'll come back on the other side. I'm going to reset, and I'm going to try to be a responsible radio show host when we get back on the other side. 205-545-9950. Back after this. Oh, man. I felt so good yesterday, and the show went by so fast. And today I feel like I'm going to vomit. And it's probably a mix of things. It's probably a mix of being sick and also being stressed with anxiety. But I think I'm going to get it handled. We went through all of that together. For me to tell you, I think I got it handled. I'm a little dramatic. Everybody knows this. But I care about the Hey Now Nation, and I want to know what they think. That's why I do the things I do. Walter says, take her to an escape room. And what? Lock her in there and leave? We've been to escape room before, actually. It was fun. Dixter says, need the address to send her a big old Franklin. Any gifts that are coming to us, they go to Vapor Forge. So you can drop them off directly or you can mail them. That's our address. Get her a queening chair. I bought my wife one. Great investment. Something tells me not to look up a queening chair.
Well, I'm kind of curious, though.
Is that more bondage furniture?
Maybe it's not. Maybe it's legit. Maybe this person's not a total prevert.
Let's see. Queening chair. Queening chair. A smother box queening chair. Oh, it. What? What is this?
So with your action, I'm assuming it's not going to be a good gift.
Well, I'm looking at the reviews. I mean, I can't really tell what it is. It's like, I don't know. I can't tell what it says. The reviews say fantastic, exceeded all expectations, will be used for hours and hours of fun. This one said the box was really well packaged so that nothing could be damaged, which made a very good impression. The furniture smelled really fresh. Beautiful piece. It feels sturdy, and it's just large enough to fit my head without any... What? Hold on. Let me just... Okay, all right. The first thing it said when I looked up what is a queening chair, it said face sitting.
Yeah. That sounds about right.
Why are y'all so nasty? Y'all are so nasty. Why are you so nasty? Although they probably do have a queening chair at Love Stuff. And how am I so sheltered? How do I not know what a queening chair is?
I thought I wasn't, but apparently I am.
You're out of control. Yeah, I think I'll just get some jewelry. Let's just do some jewelry. No, I've listened, during the break I put a plan together. Does that mean I know what I'm getting or no? But I've got a plan of action with what little time I have after this show. So I'm going to give that a shot. And we'll see. We'll see what happens. Trish says, you should tell them I like weird stuff like horse heads. And then she said, I will cut you. I guess for the queening chair. I don't know. I don't know why so much has been said. I don't know what she's going to cut me for.
I'd probably stop while you're ahead, man.
Yeah. She does like weird stuff. And like I said earlier, she bought this thing on Facebook, and it was it's really heavy. It's like a horse head. It's made out of iron, and it's got like it almost looks, you know when you like go to a front door and it's got the ring on it, and you take the ring and you knock on the door.
Yeah.
It looks like that. But it's like the horse head, and it's like like somebody would have a big nose ring or something. It looks kind of like that. And she says it was used to like hold horses. I guess you tie the reins around it or something.
You would?
and she bought it for $20, and it's worth $1,500 or something crazy.
And buy her a horse. Perfect.
I buy her a real
I
horse.
mean, she's got the thing to tie it up to.
That's a good point. Maybe we should do that. Maybe we should buy a miniature pony.
Or a donkey.
Donkey. Yeah. All right, that's enough. I think I've got all the advice I need. It's a horse hitching post, she said. So, I guess it goes on top of a post and you hitch your horse to it. So, anyway, like I said, I got all the info I need. I don't need anything else. We're good. I'm going to regroup, figure it out. And then, because I'm not going to be back tomorrow, you're going to have to wait all week to find out whether or not I pulled off this miraculous feat of saving Christmas like only Andrew McLean can. Oh, it's a little funky. Is this all Christmas covers we're doing?
Yeah, I think so. It's the Black Crows with Backdoor Santa.
The backdoor Santa. Now they've gotten to you?
No.
Talking about dirty stuff?
It's not dirty. It's just the Santa didn't come through the chimney. It comes through the back door.
Backdoor Santa. Yeah.
But now that you put it that way, I can kind of see.
Time for a big gay Christmas. Backdoor Santa's here. Earnest Financial, retirewithernest.com. Retirewithernest.com. Let's make sure your retirement's in place for when you retire. That way you don't have to come in the back door. You can come in the front door because it's your house, because you got money. You saved your money. You worked your whole life, and it was there when you retired. This is very important. Your money doesn't just it's not just being kept safe, but it's growing. It's working for you. You're going to end up having more money than you thought you would when you decide to retire. It's a smart thing to do, especially since it doesn't cost you anything. They don't get any fees from you. They get fees elsewhere, not from you. Doesn't cost you anything. All you got to do is spend a little time on the phone with them. My buddy, David Ernest, 833-596-7233. That's 833-596-SAFE. Retire with Ernest.com. I stand corrected. That horse head she bought for $20. It is listed on some websites as $2,650. And she paid $20 for it. So, if I could get a hold of that horse head, turn around and sell it, I could get her a good Christmas present.
That's what you should do. When she's not looking.
Just sell the horse for Christmas.
But I got all this money.
No, she's just the point of that is like she's got such an eye for unique stuff that is, that's valuable. And I do not. I look at stuff and I'm like, oh, that looks like a piece of metal shaped as a horse. That's probably worth $5. But she's not like that. All right. What else? Walter says, obviously she likes weird stuff. She married you. Why is nobody in the Christmas spirit? Why? Lauren says it's similar to a lawn jockey. They go on a post, and back in the day when you traveled by horse and buggy, that is how you parked your horse and buggy so your horse wouldn't wander off. It's also called a cast iron jockey or something similar. Houston says, speaking of donkeys, there's a donkey named Hope in Georgia shooting for the world record longest ears. Well, there's a little fun fact. A donkey with long ears. Maybe that's what she would like. She's like, oh, finally something with ears that can actually listen to what I say.
You have
You
have a decent backyard, right? It's pretty flat. You can get a donkey.
Yeah, well, I mean, part of it's flat, but I mean, I can't even keep my dogs in the fence. So I got to imagine a donkey. If a donkey got loose in my neighborhood, like my neighbors would probably be pretty pissed.
Not a miniature donkey, though. You can never be mad at a little miniature donkey.
That's a good point. I don't know. I thought about getting some chickens, but I didn't know if it was allowed in my city. Because my dad built a little chicken coop in his backyard. And I thought, well, that's kind of cool. I'd like to have some chickens. And then we have fresh eggs all the time. I wouldn't be. Maybe that's what I'll do. Maybe I'll do chickens for Christmas. Because Trish likes eggs. She eats eggs almost every morning. Let's get that protein in. I don't know, man. I think you know what I think I need? I think I need some sleep.
I think you need to start shopping earlier in the year.
That too.
That might be a good idea. That's why you're stressed out. That's why you're sick.
Yeah. Does stress make you sick? Can you get sick from being stressed?
I think you can, yeah.
I wonder if that's what happened to me.
Could be. That's why a lot of people get sick over Christmas holidays.
Mm. And don't get me wrong, I like Christmas. I don't have anything against Christmas. And I'm fine with, the thing is, there's no excuse for me because she does all the shopping. Like all the gifts that we got for other people, she's done it. And so I'm just responsible for one thing, and I can't even pull that off. But I want to be a good husband, and I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna pull it off. All right, let me throw some headlines at you since I'm just yammering at this point. I was talking about like forever ago. I was talking about the Somali fraud going on in Minnesota could be reaching into the tens of billions, which would be the largest theft of taxpayer dollars in American history. And the mayors of Minnesota are sending letters to their top lawmakers saying, "Hey, you better get a handle on this because this is really screwing with our budgets because all of our money here in Minnesota is going to terror groups in Somalia. Please fix it." And then in other states, some mayors have no problem with it. Some mayors can't even speak English in some cities. There is a Massachusetts city. What city is this? The mayor of what is the name of that town? Lawrence, Massachusetts. So listen to this. Mass migration has caused Lawrence, Massachusetts to resemble a foreign nation as even its own mayor seems unable to speak or understand a word of English. They had to have a translator for the mayor of an American city. Lawrence Mayor Brian DePina testified earlier this month during a hearing in support of former acting police chief William Castro's appeal against revoked credentials from a 2024 traffic incident. According to the local outlet, Castro engaged in a motor vehicle pursuit in violation of the policies of the Lawrence Police Department. Moreover, he was untruthful regarding the case, while he and his superiors failed to investigate the incident independently, blah, 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 blah. Video has now emerged showing that DePina demanded a translator during the hearing because his English was so pathetic. DePina's native language is Spanish, yet he's the mayor of Lawrence, Massachusetts. The judge denied DePina's request to have a personal assistant act as his translator because he and others involved in the case were unable to speak Spanish. Too much could get lost in translation. According to reports, an official interpreter was used instead. So they brought in an official interpreter to help a mayor of an American city understand the English that was being spoken. You see what mass migration does? Like that's a problem. You may think, what's a big deal? Especially if the majority of the city speaks Spanish. It's a problem. I mean, if anything, it's a symbolic problem of the road that we've been heading down for 4 years now. When you've got individuals holding off, I mean, there's some in Congress that can barely speak English. Jasmine Crockett's one of them. Nancy Pelosi's another. Doesn't speak English. Doesn't speak English. It's my first language. Mitch McConnell. Then you had, obviously, Joe Biden. Not very fluent in English. It's a problem. And outside of the language barrier, it's a problem with crime. You had in Minneapolis ICE agents who had to open fire after an illegal alien plows the illegal plows his SUV into the ICE agents. And then when they went to arrest him, he bit an officer like an animal. SUV driven by one Carlos Rodriguez Romero was non-compliant during a lawful vehicle stop conducted by officers. He refused to roll down his window and attempted to flee from officers. He was stopped again, this time at a parking lot, and began repeatedly ramming an ICE vehicle and striking another officer. The officer who was struck by Romero's car defensively fired 2 rounds from his service weapon. DHS said on December 21st, ICE officers positively identified Juan Carlos Rodriguez Romero, an illegal alien from Cuba, as he got into a white SUV near Westminster Street in St. Paul, Minnesota. When ICE enforcement officers conducted a lawful vehicle stop, officers approached, identified themselves as ICE law enforcement. Romero was non-compliant, refused to roll down his window, causing officers to warn that they would have to break the window if he continued to not comply with lawful orders. In response, Romero drove off, striking one of the officers in his attempt to escape. ICE officers gave chase, and after a brief pursuit, Romero was pulled into a near parking lot near his residence and struck 2 parked vehicles. Officers again stopped Romero's vehicle and commanded him to exit. Romero began ramming his car into an ICE vehicle and struck another ICE officer. The officer who was struck, this is just repeating the whole thing. Officers, let's see, Romero drove to the front door of his apartment complex, rammed another ICE vehicle, then got out of his car and attempted to flee into his apartment. Officers pursued and brought Romero to the ground, who continued to violently resist arrest and bit one of the officers. Officers eventually subdued Romero and placed him in handcuffs. 2 officers sustained non-life-threatening injuries and were taken to the hospital for evaluation. Romero was also taken to the hospital for evaluation. He is currently in ICE custody pending further charges. He was admitted into the United States in 2024 by the Biden administration through the CBP One app, which released over 1 million completely unvetted illegal aliens into the interior of the United States. Way to go, Romero. Way to go, buddy. Just getting them out, cuz. That's all we're doing. We're just getting them out. By the way, DHS says that 2.5 million illegals have left the U.S. since January 20th. 2.5 million. And 0 illegals have been released into the U.S. for 7 months straight. That is one of the most consequential periods of action and reform in American history. Makes all the difference. 2.5 million have gone. Get on. And remember, a lot of these that self-deport, if they self-deport, they get a $1,000 stipend. They get them $1,000. Fly them to wherever they want to go. If they want to go back home, whatever, we'll book your flight. We'll give you $1,000 and adios amigo. If you want to come back to the U.S. and you have a legitimate reason, we'll let you. But until then, tough. You know, sometimes life deals you cards where wherever you are, you're stuck with it and you got to make the best of it. I think about people that live in crime-riddled inner cities that don't have the means to pack up and move out of these war zones. Like, hey, they get it. There's people in our country that have to deal with the same stuff that some of these people deal with in other countries. It's life, man. It's life. Sometimes you just don't get what you want. It's tough. And I hate it for people. I hate it for people all over the world. I think they're all God's children. But just because you're God's children doesn't mean you get to do whatever you want and get free stuff all the time. I'm sorry. And as a matter of fact, with this very generous $1,000 check that they're giving illegals who self-deport, because it's the Christmas season and because Donald Trump is the most gracious and thoughtful and giving president of all time, they are now giving illegal aliens who self-deport this holiday season $3,000 instead of $1,000. $3,000, man. That's triple what we were giving out. I'm good with it. If you'll self-deport, you get $3K in the bag, money in your pocket. So if you're going to do it, now's the time to do it. It's better to do that than wait to get hemmed up and then get forced to go back to another country by a judge and not get the ability to get back into this country. Simple as that. 205-545-9950. Quick break. More show coming up. This is obviously Korn. Is this from The Nightmare Before Christmas?
I believe so, yes.
I used to love that movie. I used to be able to recite it. There's been, I think, 2 movies in my life that I was able to recite the entire movie. That was one of them. And the other was Half Baked.
I was going to say Deliverance.
No, not Deliverance. But Half Baked, man, that was my favorite movie. We used to watch it all the time. I can't even imagine watching a movie once, much less 50 times like I used to. I could probably still recite some of that movie. I want to talk to Samson. You'll remember that. Sir Smokes a Lot. Yeah.
I don't think I ever saw Half Baked, believe it or not.
Tony says, Andrew, you are responsible for being irresponsible. Josh says, I've been getting a cabin for a long weekend for the 2 of us as my gift for the wife. Gives her something to look forward to, and you don't have to go shopping. That is actually, if we didn't have trips planned already, I would probably do that. Like something something that we could go do would be a perfect gift. So let's do that. Let's do this. All right, I'm already approaching the last hour, so what does it matter, right? Give me ideas of something that I could buy tickets to that we could go do over the next, whatever few weeks. Like I could buy the tickets now and say, here's our tickets for the yada, 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 yada.
Tennessee National Wait, that wouldn't work.
Funny. That's very funny. I mean, what is today? The bowl game is, the Music City Bowl is next Tuesday. We could go to that.
I mean, it might be good.
Well, we have to work the next day, don't we?
Hmm.
We have to work next Wednesday, New Year's Eve.
Let me see about that.
What are you gonna do for New Year's Eve?
Looks like I'm coming to work.
I mean, like nighttime. Like, are you gonna stay up and watch the countdown? Watch Andy Cohen and Anderson Cooper be gay on
Absolutely.
CNN.
I'm going to watch it. That's what I look forward to every year.
And they get drunk and they act so weird.
They're silly gooses.
They are, and they start getting all touchy-feely. And
I would like to think I would stay up and watch the ball drop, but I know damn well I will be asleep.
Yeah. I'll watch it. We're I haven't confirmed it with the boys yet. I will tonight, but normally we do a podcast for New Year's Eve. So we usually start at 10 and go to 12 or a few minutes after 12, just to give the people who don't go out and do anything. I'm not. Trish and I are at a point in our life where we don't go out like that anymore.
Amateur night, man.
Yeah, we went to Hattie B's at like 9:30 a few nights ago when we went to see the trans band, and that was a wild night for us. Eating Hattie B's at 9:30. That's about as far as I can take it. So yeah, send me ideas for like a thing, like a thing we can go to. Byron says, Andrew, you can't have any livestock, including chickens in Leeds, unless you're located on at least 3 acres. I know because I tried, and that is when the city passed the particular city ordinance. Well, 3 acres ain't a whole lot. I mean, you could just have the chickens until they find you and then be like, okay, I'll get rid of the chickens. That's pretty simple. Bama Theater in Tuscaloosa is showing movies. We just went and to the Home Alone at the Alabama Theater in Birmingham last week. And we sat there for 7 minutes. We watched 7 minutes of the movie and we left. She looked at me. She goes, I've seen this before. I said, yeah, me too. She goes, you want to go? I said, sure, let's go. And so then we kind of just went around and did our own tour of the Alabama Theater and went and looked at all the Christmas lights. So. All right. The Honda Indy Grand Prix. What's that? Is that at Barber's?
Yeah.
You gonna take her to Barber's?
You should.
You can hear Barber's from, like, when they're racing. You can hear them from my backyard.
Me too. It's weird.
Yeah, I mean, it's loud. You can hear from miles. All right, hour number 4 coming up next.